What's up guys, it's Angela and I am back making a Pretty Little Liars video. I am so excited because we have 1 week left until season 6 premiere. Super exciting. I am hoping we get a ton of answers in the first episode because we have at least 200 by now. I know we're not getting the Charles reveal. But this is going to be my first PLL video of this week, and I'm going to try and follow it up with a few more. I'm sorry I've been slacking lately. It's just you can only talk about the same thing over and over again with the same suspects before it gets old and you run out of things to say. But this video I am super excited about because it is a collaboration video with Liz over at Liz Life, and I will link her channel down below. You should go check it out. This video was so much fun to think about and talk about with Liz, and I am super excited that we are doing this. Her video is already up. I'm behind the ball. Yeah, kind of been taking it easy today and didn't post on time, but that's life for you, I guess. This video is going to be about how Wren is Charles and Melissa is working with him as Black Veil. And when I say working with him, I mean working double agent, but working on the 18. So let me follow this video up with a quick disclaimer about how much I need Ezra to be Charles. You guys have no idea. I talk about it 5,000 times in each video about how I need Ezra to be Charles. It just pissed me off, his storyline. Like, to me, the writers were slapping me in the face with, oh, Ezra's a writer, and that explains everything. No, it doesn't. Why does Ezra have cameras everywhere in Rosewood? Even if he is not Charles, I think Ezra knows something. There's no way that that guy cannot know anything. Because if they make that happen, then I'm going to be even more pissed at his character and kind of pissed at the writers than I am now. But getting back into this video, this is assuming Wren is A, which it does make sense. There are a handful of suspects that would make sense in the A scheme of things, and we're just going to assume Wren is Charles for the sake of this video. So Liz and I were talking on Twitter, and we found a bunch of clues about how Melissa could be helping Wren in this evil Charles game that he has going on. So how things started, we think, is that Melissa saw something having to do with Spencer. She found out about the Ian thing. She saw an NAT club video that put the girls and Spencer in a compromising position. And Melissa said, this is enough. I'm not taking this anymore. I cannot do this with you anymore. I'm going to work with Wren and we're going to whip your ass, basically. And, you know, I'm going to get revenge for whatever she did. Because Melissa and Spencer's relationship has always been more than just sibling rivalry. You know, like, I get siblings fight. I mean, I fight with my sister all the time. But there's always been something that pushes it one step further with Melissa and Spencer. And in the show, you know, they'll go long periods of time without talking to each other. And it just makes me feel that this could have easily been the case that Melissa found something on Spencer and decided to work with Wren. Melissa has always acted rashly. You know, she doesn't think before she acts. But then she'll go back and think about things, and logic will prevail and make her do the right thing eventually. But in the heat of the moment, she never thinks. So she could have thought that this was the best plan ever and decided to team up with Wren to form the A team. We think that Melissa and Black Veil and Charles are two different people. I really believe that. 100% I believe that. I don't know for certain if it's Melissa, but I believe it's two different entities working together with the guise of one of them being a double agent, which Liz and I agree on 100%. And I've always thought that Black Veil, hasn't Marlene said that Black Veil is going to be endgame? So we think that, you know, she could have information that could expose Charles. And Charles is always one step ahead, as everybody knows. But maybe she's amassing all this information and she could be the one to take down Charles in the end, which could refer to the end game. Because I know a lot of people talk about how Black Veil is good. And I know we both believe that. I know it would make a lot of sense. I mean, Black Veil really has never done anything like good or bad. They've always been kind of neutral. But I'm hoping with this stuff that Liz and I found, I can convince you that Black Veil is really good. So let's get into the stuff that we discovered. This first thing is Black Veil being at Wilden's funeral and sending the note to the parents of Bethany Young with the deepest sympathies, which to me both scream Melissa. Melissa was not at Wilden's funeral, and who would send a note to Bethany's parents with deepest sympathies? A is not a sympathetic person, in my opinion. A is messed up and doesn't know how to function as a normal human being, so I'm pretty sure would lack like sympathy and empathy and things like that. So I don't see A doing that. I see somebody that has a guilty conscience doing that. And who would have more of a guilty conscience than Melissa, because she is the one that pushed Bethany, or dug. She's the one that buried Bethany alive, killing her, supposedly killing her. Damn it, Dre Davis. And that would suggest, you know, that it could be Melissa. I don't know though. I really do think that if Black Veil and A are two different people, this is the strongest theory for me. I'm trying to think about what else we talked about. I didn't write anything down, which was a bad idea. Now I have a brain fart. Such is life, I guess. But yes, so, and then she makes the first appearance at Wilden's funeral. But Liz was also asking, why would Wren keep her around? And I was like, that's a really good question, you know? Is he naive enough to think that she is still working for him? Or is he kind of blackmailing her and forcing her to stay? And Liz thinks that Melissa is in the dollhouse after she called her mom saying, you know, wanting to check on Spencer because things are getting out of hand. Wren takes her and puts her in the dollhouse. I personally don't think it's Melissa in the dollhouse. I think it's Maya, and I'm going to be pissed because I don't want Maya to be alive. And you guys, I don't even want to talk about Maya being alive because it's depressing. Like, kill somebody off and have the balls to leave them dead. That's all I have to say. But anyway. So what else did we talk about? We talked about how, I know, I'm sorry, this is really late, and I'm filming this, and Liz already has hers up, and I feel like a slacker. Oh, let's talk about the connection. Sorry. I finally got it back, guys. This is my second time filming this because my camera was running out of room and I got like almost to the end and I was trying to talk super fast and I ran out of space. I was like, yeah. So if I'm pausing a lot, it's because I'm trying to remember what I said in the last video, which is fantastic. So, and I'm probably forgetting things. Another clue that Melissa and Wren could be working together, which Liz and I did not talk about, but she did make a video on, so you should go check that out, is the Walking After Midnight Farms clue, which is basically, if you don't know, the song Walking After Midnight is supposed to be a major clue. And Liz talked about how there's that farm called Walking After Midnight Farm, and it used to be known as the Black Widow Farm, owned by Melissa and her husband Charles. And that's just a big coincidence. The one thing she did not like about that theory was that it is based off an actual business, and businesses can close or take down their websites for whatever reason. And I completely agree, but I think this is the strongest theory for the Walking After Midnight song because I've listened to that song and I've read the lyrics to that song and nothing makes sense other than that. It really doesn't. The song lyrics could apply to just about anybody on that show. That's all I have to say. Like, it literally could go to any single person. So I've already talked about why Melissa wanted to join with Wren, but what made her want to turn double agent and protect her sister? Melissa was having a great time working with Wren. She might not have known, I didn't even think about the Ian thing, because Ian was killed by Charles because of the capital T's. Damn, revelation. Because Black Veil was signing their card with capital T's. Dun, dun, dun. So anyway, let's just gloss over that part because I don't want to talk about it. Melissa's having a great time with Red, and she kills her ex-boyfriend, Ian. Maybe she knew it was going to happen because Ian knew too much and didn't really stop it. But anyway, in season 4, episode 1 is the first episode we get with Black Veil at Wilden's funeral. According to the PLL wiki, they said that Black Veil is a new identity of evil Redcoat. Okay, well, we can work with this. Because the last time we saw Redcoat was at the fire at Thornhill Lodge. Which we know Melissa told Jenna and Shauna to go to. Yes. To go to see who the girls were meeting. But I personally think that Melissa was there in the flesh to find out if Allie's alive and to report it back to Wren. A few episodes before this, 321 I think, is when Jason falls in the elevator and, gets really, really injured. And this is the turning point with Melissa, because Jason is her half-brother and she sees him so close to almost losing his life that she finally says, enough is enough. I cannot do this anymore. I have to protect my family. So she goes to Thornhill while still working for Wren to find out who the girls are meeting. And while she's there, she sees Wilden lock the girls in the lodge. And then the fire breaks out. And so after this, she goes, because remember what I said earlier about Melissa acting rash. She goes up to Cece and says, he's got to pay. Like, this is not allowed to happen and he needs to go. And Cece already had a motive of her own. So she said, okay, I'll do it. Whatever. But after time cools down, Melissa realizes that she has killed one of the people she knew when she was younger. Because I'm pretty sure they partied together, didn't they? And goes to his funeral in the Black Veil costume because of her regret. Now, we also see the deepest sympathies thing with the Bethany Young flower bouquet, which would make sense, as I said, if it was Melissa. And then we also see Black Veil at the church at Allison's future funeral, played by Mrs. De Laurentiis. So this leads me to think that Black Veil is someone that is in deep mourning, which Liz also agrees with, because they are powerless to do anything to stop it. But also because the fact that Mrs. D is in the outfit at Allie's funeral shows true mourning, because it's a mother losing her child right there, supposedly. In this, why else would they choose that outfit? Because I think it speaks to most people as someone that is distraught. And in the other 2 instances that we have seen Black Veil, it has been at Wilden's funeral, which she would mourn the loss of a friend regardless of what he did, and then at sending Bethany's family the flowers. Some things that kind of sit uneasy with me is just that I really can't, I don't know. I just don't see how Melissa could go along. Liz and I don't understand how Melissa could go along with, being on this team for so long. She thinks that maybe after Melissa got off the phone to her mother, She told Wren, hey, I can't do this anymore, and I'm going to tell. And in turn, he locked her in the dollhouse. I don't think Melissa's in the dollhouse. I think it's Maya, and I'm ready to be super pissed because I don't want Maya to be alive. I'm sorry, but have the balls to kill somebody off your show. Yeah. Another thing is that Charles has, well, we don't know anything about Charles. We know the two boys in the video have blue eyes, which this could be nothing because people get color contacts all the time. We've never seen Wren have an interaction with the De Laurentiis family though, so that would be very interesting. And there's also the fact that that Charles wanted to recreate the prom that Melissa went to. Like, why would you want to do that? You know what I mean? Some things about few other observations here and there is that Wren has never been in a black hoodie that I know. And Marlene King said, we have seen Charles in the black hoodie. And whenever it's just black hoodie, as viewers, we know that it is a stunt double. So this leads me to believe that it has to be somebody in the black hoodie. Like Toby or Mona. Lucas has been in the black hoodie before. And the list goes on, but I don't think we've ever seen Wren in one. The only thing is, this is the theory that makes the most sense to me because of how strongly we believe that Black Veil and Charles are two separate things going on. I really believe this. I'm pretty sure Liz really believes that they are two different things altogether. And if it is any other guy, I'm just going to say Ezra because my mind's stuck on Ezra. If it is Ezra, I don't see who he could be working with. Okay, yeah, Mona's a possibility, but Mona wasn't in the Black Veil costume because she was at the church for Wilden's funeral. She was there for Wilden's funeral, and Black Veil was also there. So I don't know. Like, if Black Veil and Charles are two different people, it would make sense for it to be Melissa and Wren over Ezra and anyone because I don't see who else he would work with. Even though I think Mona knows more than she's letting on and might be playing a game of her own. So that is all that I have for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I know I had so much fun doing this video with Liz, and expect more Pretty Little Liars videos or maybe just one video sometime this week. And I will see you guys back here next Tuesday after the show. I'm going to be doing recaps, of course, and I'm going to do them on Tuesday nights. I want to stick with doing them how I've been doing them and not wait a few days and edit them. I know they look nicer when you edit, but personally, I like watching them right after the episode. I like watching what other people think. And also when I'm talking to you guys like this without editing, even though it is sloppier, it makes me feel like I have more of a connection. So I really enjoy talking about Pretty Little Liars that way. Let me know what you guys think of this theory. My throat is going hoarse, and I'm pretty sure I sound like a man. And I will leave Liz's link down below so you can go check out her video and make sure I didn't leave anything out. And be sure to subscribe to both of us and stay tuned for both of our season 6 episode 1 recaps and thoughts. And I'm so excited. I hope you guys come join us next Tuesday night, and I will see you then. Bye.